Dobrý den. My name is Thordís Helgadóttir. I am a writer from Iceland. I write fiction, poetry, and theatre work. I'm currently working on my first novel, which is partly set here in Prague. I'm also a member of a writers' collective in Iceland called Imposter Poets. We've published 3 books of poetry and 1 novel written jointly, which was nominated for Iceland's highest literary prize. I've always had a sort of image of Prague in my mind. This is my first time here. I've always dreamt of visiting, so I've had this dream version of the city in my head for years and years. And when I got the opportunity to come here to do this residency, it was like a dream come true, and I'm so happy. So I've just finished here the first full draft of my first novel, which is titled, working title is Armeló, or The Objective. It's set in various places in Iceland and around Europe, and ends up in Prague. It's a story of a young woman who goes traveling with her husband during a heat wave in Europe. The road tripping, it's kind of miserable, and then the husband goes missing all of a sudden, and she's left alone in a foreign place, in a completely new situation, and she doesn't quite act rationally in this strange situation. And it's part detective novel, part existential drama. She ends up traveling quite a lot on her own, and it's partly a meditation on traveling, what it means to us, what it means in our culture, what it means not to travel, and so on. The seed for this novel started to germinate a few years ago when I was traveling during a heat wave in the Netherlands during the summer. I found that travel is something that pops up in my work quite a lot, and I wanted with my first novel to explore it more in depth. And I've been working on this for a few years on and off, and then finally it's all come together while I was here. I'm so grateful for having the space and the time to be able to work on it intensively for 2 months. Yeah, it's been so inspiring. Just, being in the city and, breathing its atmosphere. I've been looking at different locations where my scenes are set, which definitely helps bringing them to life. And it's inspired all kinds of new developments and different things that pop up in the story that come directly from here. I am absolutely in love with the city. I don't want to leave. I plan to come back many times. I still feel that there is so much more here that I haven't explored yet, and I want to bring my family over and get to know the culture better. I started to learn a few words in Czech. It's a beautiful language. So yeah, I really like it here. Welcome, enjoy your time here. It's a wonderful, gift. People are absolutely lovely, and yeah, just have a great time.